My hope is in you, Aaron Shust. Again, we are going to do this with two keyboards. One is going to play just the piano part, and we've built a special rockish piano for this one. I can't actually play this line, so kudos to those of you who can. We've got the sheet music for it. One thing to note about this, first of all, because it's a perform, you can't just transpose it up and down. It'll only transpose one of the parts. If you want the higher range, there's another perform at 525. That is the so then. And it all depends on whether or not you're going to do the higher line in the intro. If you want to do the higher line in the intro, use this perform. If you're not going to, you can use the other one, and then you can have octaves for your left hand. This is probably sufficient, but if you were doing the chorus, and this one would be my hope is all the day long, I won't be. So this is probably fine if you use the octave up one. One other trick with this is if you hold a note, you'll hear there's actually a subtle pad under there. You can get rid of that by pulling the cutoff down to 0. But it adds some nice body. But you can also accentuate it. All the way up to super annoyingly bright. I would never go really past 3 o'clock. Anyway, that's the piano part. So the other keyboard is going to be doing all of the strings and pad kind of counter melody sort of stuff. 3 elements. One is a key weight, which is a really nice rich D add 4 chord, but it's very subtle and the volume level is pretty low. Above that, we've got our standard soft pad. And we'll have the string part up here. Which we'll use to do some kind of nice counter melodies during verse 2. Kind of get to ad-lib that, so be thinking about the chords and just play a nice string melody that works with it. When we play the second chorus, that break is right here between those parts. So our first chorus is going to be down here. My hope is all the day long. After we've done that string counter melody, our second chorus, we can add a little brightness to it by raising our inversion to get half pads and half strings. If you want to go up for the second half, then you're in all strings, that's fine. That's for your bridge next. Ah, yeah, sure. I'll show that to you with one hand just so you can see the notes. And that repeats like 6 times. Do note that the very last time the chords change to be like the last line of the chorus. So instead of G, B minor, A, it goes G, D, A, B, G, D, A. So for the very last line, instead of just at the beginning there, we're going to go. So just come down to the G earlier. I'm going to play the whole thing and you'll see that in context. So let's... Oh, on the key weight, My suggestion is, depending on how we do this intro, if we're going to do kind of like the full 4 phrases that Aaron Shust does, you might want to drop it in about halfway. If we're only going to do one, if we're going to shorten the intro, you'll drop it in a little sooner. But basically, it'll just kind of come in to start thickening up the piano line. So I'm going to play the aux keys part all the way through for you, just so that you can see it in context. Hear how that just kind of adds a little thickness. It'll help keep the piano from seeming too dry. Okay, just kind of open stuff here. Make them a little fuller for the chorus. Here's your string stuff. Do this kind of a 1/5/1/8 note pulsing up here just to give it some energy for the very last chorus. Note if you use the pedal here, you'll lose all that nice effect on the strings. Off on that and pull the key weight.